Gangsters. So right now the moon is at 5.2% illumination in the sign of Virgo. And I still feel that new moon energy is still so prominent. It's like I said in my last reading, I feel that it really holds until that first quarter moon where we start feeling the shift into throughout the lunar cycle, right? So let's see kind of what you're feeling, what you need to hear at this time. See what messages the divine has for you. Alright, we have Arcturians, sorry. Feeling safe, wisdom keepers, concern for others. Also, if you notice, though he is close to these people, he's kind of like wrapped in this protective bubble. Like, so there's like a level of self-guardedness, right? Like, protective of your own energy, kind of like keeping people at bay. They can get close, but not too close. So, with the pentagram, this is kind of a reminder that you are divinely protected, right? This is harmony, protection, and idealism. And I'm seeing this circle of protection in both cards, right? The imagery here. So, why do you need to feel so protected? Perhaps you've been hurt, you've experienced loss, but there's definitely like this energy that you're feeling like you're very guarded. Two of Wands, sitting at a crossroads, seeking new direction. Okay. There's mountains ahead of you, right? Things to overcome, things to work through. Perhaps this is the guardedness. You want to make sure you're making the right decisions with the right people, with the right jobs, with the right, social circles. So let's see. Alright, this is pretty interesting. This feels kind of like the last reading I did for Ophiuchus. So we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, right? This is letting something go. This is, it could be letting go of a job, right? Because it's Pentacles. With the Justice in reverse, Libra energy, something very unfair happened here, right? There was an injustice that occurred that's kind of pushing you in a new direction. With the Five of Swords, there could have been conflict, right? Here's the defensiveness, right? He's picking up, like, well, these flamingos represent swords, right, in this deck. He's picking up the swords while the enemies are kind of in the background, like, looking away, right? And so it's like somebody was trying to take you off guard, right? Somebody, like, has kind of been preparing some kind of attack on you. Whether that's, I don't think it's like a physical attack, but it's like an attack on your reputation, an attack on your career, your job, whatever. With the Four of Cups, you could have rejected this person or made them feel rejected. And so they're kind of coming, like, it's almost like a revenge thing. Like, you left them feeling rejected, so now they want to come out and hurt you, right? They want to find some way to kind of hurt you. And with the Nine of Swords, it tells me that, like, they could have planned this for a while, right? They could have been mulling it over in their little brains, right? Getting restless nights, obsessive thinking, anxiety, just, and all for what? Because they got their little ego bruised. That's embarrassing. It's embarrassing for them because it's just so childish. And then with the Nine of Cups here, I see that through all this, you're getting your wish fulfillment, right? Because this is very opposite of their energy. It's like this whole experience is what needed to happen as a segue to what you really want. Nine of Cups also showed up in the last reading, right? A lot of these cards did, and I was using this deck. I was using an entirely different deck, so that's kind of funny. Yeah, somebody's feeling a bit rejected by you, and this could have been at work. Like, you could have said something that to you was innocent or whatever, or you could have put them in their place in some way that made them feel vengeful, right? Like, their ego got hurt. And then they're like, I want to get rid of this person. Blah, 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 right? This is almost an identical reading to the last one. That's crazy. We had the Justice in reverse with the Judgment card as well. It's almost verbatim. That's hilarious. So with the Judgment card showing up, this is divine intervention, right? This is the universe kind of stepping up and being like, no, we're righting some wrongs here. And the divine intervention could have been a means to get you away from this energy, right? To pull you away from them. Perhaps you were not particularly safe in their energy, right? There could have been all kinds of things that they tried to do to, like, what is the word? To sabotage you, right? Like, they could have tried certain tactics to sabotage you. The Empress, Venusian energy. This is the goddess of love and beauty. This is Aphrodite showing up in the reading, right? This is your energy, right? This is the energy of someone who can create out of nothing, right? You create life, you create art, perhaps, right? There's, like, you have natural talents that are just in constant streams of ideas. Whether you're male, female, whatever, that's the energy you're sitting in, is very creative. You're a creative. And I think that you're really meant to create something here. And perhaps that situation you were in, whether it was It feels like it was a job. I feel like it was hindering you. It was hindering your progress. It was holding you back. And so this kind of is like a blessing in disguise, right? It could look like a lot of bullshit at first, but if you just kind of like sit back and flow through it and you're like, okay, I'm just going to trust what's happening. Even if it looks like bullshit right now, I'm just going to trust it. It's like you are going to find your niche through this, right? You're going to find that you can be abundant regardless, right? That you do have something to offer the world. Yeah, we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. Very opposite energy of yours. This is somebody who has to experience a loss, right? And this feels like their karmic payment, right? It feels like they're paying a karmic debt. And we have the Six of Pentacles in reverse here. And that's because they refuse to play fair, right? They refuse to work with you. They refuse to do things the correct way. So then we have the Sun, and it showed up in reverse, Leo energy. However, there's no reverse meaning for the Sun card. This is the best card in the entire deck, and this represents somebody helping you over this wall. Right, somebody helping you, hold on. Somebody was calling me, but they can, text, actually. They can text. So, yeah, anyway, so this is, and with the Judgment card, it feels like it's divine help over this wall. This wall was holding you back. It was stifling you. And somebody who didn't want to work with you but chose to work against you. That's kind of bullshit. And then with the Star card at the bottom of the deck, Aquarius energy, you know, I feel like there's just more in the cards for you, right? There's more that you're meant to do, and you don't need to be stifled by these people who live in this energy of lack. Nothing's ever good enough for them, right? They're just never really satisfied with themselves, with their lives. I don't know why my brain was, well, I don't, yeah, I heard with their wives as well. Like, so, you know, it could be that as well. They're seeing you in a different light. They were seeing you as an opposition because you represent the choice they never made, right? Page of Wands in reverse. They could be lying, slandering, defamation of character if you need some legal terms for legal reasons, right? But it looks like they could be besmirching your name, right? With Queen of Pentacles showing up, you're gonna really come through winning, right? The Queen of Pentacles is like Queen Pin energy, right? Very financially stable, very abundant. This is like, you know, leadership, boss energy, entrepreneurial energy. So I see that you're going to have a come up here. The Nine of Cups keeps blaring at me, which tells me that, you know, your wish fulfillment is coming through. And it's coming through rather quickly as soon as you let a situation fall away. Like, your best choice is to just kind of go with the flow and let people say what they're going to say. Let them do what they're going to do, because if you are going to court, that's going to be a better case for you. If you're not going to court, it's still a better case for you, right? It just makes them look like assholes, right? It just makes them look like a bunch of slanderers, right? It doesn't help them. It doesn't build their credibility, especially if this isn't a job situation, right? Where they've lied about you or tried to make you out to be worse, or, you know, tried to manipulate people around you. Yeah, we've got Seven of Swords here, sideways, right? And that showed up sideways. So I feel that this is also what you're letting go of. But what they've done was a lot of lying, cheating, just scandalous ass behavior, right? It's like they're the kind of people who will stomp on people to get to the top. They don't give a fuck. They don't care who they hurt. They don't care what it costs. They're going to do what it takes, right? But ultimately, that's the funny thing, is that is their own demise, right? That is where they fall on their own sword, because they stomp on the people who would have gladly helped them up, all right? And so they're really shitting on themselves in the end. We have the moon here, Pisces energy. This is going to come to light with the moon and the sun showing up. This is going to come to light. People are going to know the truth. People are going to see the nature of somebody and the bullshit they tried to pull. Yeah, with the Hermit in reverse, Virgo energy, I see that you're going to have to leave your comfort zone. You're going to have to kind of put yourself out there in a new way, and this is going to benefit you, right? With the Queen of Swords in reverse, you do not need to be in the energy of defending your own energy, right? It's saying, like, put the sword down. The fight is over, right? You don't need to keep worrying about bullshit. You are divinely protected, and that was the entire energy of the beginning of this reading, is to remind you how protected you are. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, and any tongue that rises up against you shall be condemned, right? So, and that's biblical shit, so let them fall on their own sword. Let them gain a terrible reputation for themselves. Let people see them for who the fuck they are. Right? Pieces of shit. Let people see that. Because the more you try to fight with them, or the more you try to defend your own honor or whatever, it never works that way. Sometimes the best thing you can do is to sit back and let the shit show play out. And let the world see them for exactly the pieces of shit that they are. Alright, Kali has a lot to say. Shadashi. Shadashi cleanses the soul from past hurts. Her presence indicates recovery and a reclaiming of dignity after experiences of being judged, betrayed, or criticized. If your innate being has been put down in any way, or if there's been bullying or nastiness directed toward you, Shadashi brings healing and renewal so you can rise above and lay claim to your innate beauty and worth. Like I said. Guna Tantrika. It takes strength of spirit not to override inner knowing with social pressures or an inhuman expectation for constant performance. Trust in the shifting cycles to give yourself what you need for well-being. No being benefits when you are at odds with yourself. You have the inner power and capacity to be at peace within your being now. By Ravi Yogini. Face your fears, for it is the right time, and you are ready to overcome them. You will be given the power to fulfill your heart's desires. Embrace your path with confidence. Healing around belonging and abundance is taking place within your soul. You are spiritually protected from toxic energies. Recognize your inner divine badass and commit to your dreams with conviction. Chamunda. Knowing what to allow and what to fight for or against requires wisdom. Chamunda is a fearlessness, wisdom, patience, and discipline required to conquer a difficult situation. Chamunda is a power to accomplish what you need and desire. She is with you now. Her presence now portends a truly exceptional breakthrough on your path. Vishvamata. Although you may be in circumstances that you would prefer not to be in at this time, you are actually in a position of unrealized spiritual power. You will gain benefit from what is transpiring when the relevant learning and personal growth have been acknowledged and integrated. These circumstances will give way to a more favorable situation. And this is what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. Namaste. I love you all, and I will see you later.